Hey guys, welcome back to FireTeam Base. I'm Reaper here, joined with Bees, and this week we're talking Week 13 NFL Pick-Ums. Bees, man, how you doing this week?
I had a little bit of a rough outing, but at least I wasn't in last place, I believe. Actually, no, I did. I was in last place this week. Man, I was not too happy about it, but what are you gonna do? But I'm hoping that this week, unlucky number 13 will be unlucky for you and the guests. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Just a quick recap. Last week, Bees went 10-6 to bring his season total up to 56-29. Reap went 13-3 to bring his season total to 59-26. And our guest Ben Frank Money went 13-3, also bringing his total up to 59-26. Bees, 3 games back, man. You got some ground to make up.
I'll make it up this week. I'm not too worried about it. And honestly, 10-6 is good enough to make the playoffs, so I think it'll be good enough to win in this too. So, joining us tonight is our special guest, Mr. Painter 22. How you doing, my man?
Shalom, shalom. Good.
Very good. Shalom in
I'm
the
excited to be
home.
here.
Woo-hoo.
Shalom
uh,
in the home.
yeah, it's good to have you, man. Great to have you, and let's see how your luck turns out this week, man. I hope you're ready for it.
Yeah, hopefully
That's right.
I bring the guest back.
All right.
Yeah, we've had a great run of guests here, and right now they're tied for first. So let's see if you can get them over the hump. All
All right.
right, with that, we're going to move into Thursday's game Redskins at Cowboys. Bees, take us away, man.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys or, Dak Prescott's playing like crap. Des Bryant's easily probably one of the most overrated receivers in the game, in my opinion. And their losing streak is going to continue. I believe the Redskins are going to shut them down. They're fighting for a playoff spot. They're more hungry. And I got the Redskins rolling into Jerry's World and taking it 31-21.
Yeah, I think all the momentum is in the Redskins' favor this week. I think they're going to pretty much go into a Zekeless Cowboys stadium, and they're going to knock them right out. Dak has not really been able to do anything out without his star running back, so I think that's going to continue. I think the Redskins win this one 34-20.
All right, I'm going to piggyback off of yours. I think that the Dackless Cowboys are definitely not going to be able to win this week, but being both 5-6, I think it's going to be a close game. I am picking Redskins with a little bit of revenge on the menu since the Cowboys beat them to first meeting 33-19. So again, Redskins 28-24.
All right, moving into our 1 o'clock Sunday games. We have a matchup that has some playoff implications here. We have Vikings at Falcons.
Man, the Vikings keep proving me wrong, and until they prove me wrong without me picking them, I will be picking them in this matchup. Matty Ice will return to his former self, I believe, and catch a case. Keenum is going to lead the Vikings to another victory, man. I can't say enough about this guy. He's been tearing it up, and they will win this game 27-20 because of their defense.
I have to agree. I think the Vikings are going to win this one in a little bit bigger of a margin. I think their defense is possibly the best one in the NFL, and I think they're going to kind of expose Steve Sarkisian's offense over there in Atlanta this week. I think the Vikings win comfortably 31-10.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys. I think Falcons are gonna win here. A win here puts the Falcons at 8 straight, or 8 for the year, potentially in second place in the NFC South. So I think that the Falcons want it more. So I'm gonna go 26-16 Falcons.
All right. Next, we have an interesting matchup. We have Lions at Ravens.
Well, depending on the injury report, it looks like Stafford will be playing this week. And as much as I want to take the Lions here, I actually, you know what? I was going to take the Ravens, but I'm going to take the Lions here. I'm switching my pick. I think Matthew Stafford will show that he can actually fight through some pain, bring them back. And the Ravens, I just don't trust their offense, man, against the Lions. Their defense isn't the best, but I have a feeling that they're going to step it up, and that line is always a beast. And Flacco is still overrated, in my opinion. I got the Lions winning this one in a flip, quick, drip score, 29-23.
Well, so far we're 3 for 3, Bees. I'm also going Lions. I think Matt Stafford, whether he plays or not, I think the Lions have a much more complete team, and I think they're a bottom tier wild card team in the NFC. I don't think the Ravens are really a playoff team, and except for their defense, I don't really see them doing too much on either side of the ball. I think the Lions win this one 30-10.
Wow. I think Ravens by 3. They're at home. I think this one will be won by a field goal. Justin Tucker is on a hot streak. I like the Ravens here, 19-16.
Next, we have a playoff matchup with the Patriots at Bills.
Man, as much as I want to take Tyrod Taylor, he's been showing his worth for the most part, and ever since that benching, he took it to heart, as he should have. There was no reason why he should have ever come out. But Brady and the Patriots love going to Buffalo, and they will love this matchup. I have them winning here 31-17. Bills are just don't have enough firepower.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tom Brady, if you look at his career stats against Buffalo, I think he's only lost to him a couple times. I think this Sunday he's going to continue that trend and beat up a Bills team that's still sort of in between winning now and rebuilding. I think the Patriots win 28-20.
New England just does what it wants and scores when it wants, so I'm going to go ahead and say New England Patriots 34-17.
Next, we have a battle for the bottom of their divisions. We have 49ers at Bears.
Oh, watch out. My beloved Bears just cannot win a damn game, man. It's, no one else's fault but the coaches, and we had some bad luck on injuries all season long. But, Jimmy Garoppolo will be starting for the 49ers. He's not really mobile, and I think that Bears D-line will do just enough to keep him under pressure all game, and they will contain Carlos Hyde. Surprisingly enough, I think the Bears will win this game. Ugly fashion. Santos is going to clutch a game-winning field goal at the end, 21-18.
Now I think we're 5 for 5. We're going to have to stop agreeing on all these. I think the Bears are going to be able to run the ball against the 49ers, and just with this being Jimmy G's first start without any kind of legitimate receiver, I don't see him doing a ton against the Bears by himself. I think the Bears win somewhat comfortably, 20-13.
Yeah, I think the Bears defense will be too much for Garoppolo and the 49ers. I think it's going to be won by a field goal, 17-13 Bears.
Moving forward, we have Buccaneers at Packers.
Whoa. As much as it pains me to say this, I got the Pack winning this one. The Buccaneers have just been the disappointment of all disappointments this year, and I really don't have too much to say about, or any more to say about that. So Hundley looks like he's finding his stride. I got the Packers here, 24-16.
Even without Aaron Rodgers, I think it's really tough to pick the Buccaneers to beat the Packers this week. I think the Packers are going to be able to run the ball and do enough on defense to get the job done. I think they win 28-13.
Yeah, with Jameis Winston back in the lineup, I think it's going to be a close game. However, I think the Packers are going to record a win here, 27-21 Packers.
Moving on to an AFC South matchup, we have Colts at Jags.
Sticking with the Jags, that defense is highly, or playing at a high rate, and I'm going to have to take them here against the Brissett and Colts. I'll take the Jaguars 23 to the Colts 17.
Yeah, thankfully for the Titans, the Jags tripped up last week against the Cardinals. I don't foresee it happening again. I think they're too good of a team for the Colts to really overcome. I think the Jags and their stellar defense get the job done at home and win this one 28-19.
I have to agree with you guys. No luck. Plus, now the center Ryan Kelly out. I think because of a concussion. Just too much moving around with the offensive line. Plus, no luck. Jaguars are awesome. I think this is going to be another spanking by the Jaguars. Jaguars 23-7.
Next, we have a game that might be better if wide receivers played quarterback. Broncos at Dolphins.
Oh boy, dude, this Broncos quarterback carousel just continues to spin, huh? I don't know again if Jay Cutler will be playing this game, but I'm gonna have to take the Broncos here, taking out the Miami Dolphins, getting a win on the board. It has become a rarity for them all season to win games, but they will pull this one out 16-10.
If I didn't write my picks down beforehand, I'd swear you were cheating off me. But I also have the Broncos winning this one. I think no quarterback and good defense beats a team with no quarterback and bad defense. I think Broncos win this one somehow, 19-13.
Yeah, I think the Broncos. The key for the Broncos to win is the turnover battle, and with the Jay Cutler, he is playing, by the way. With him back on the other side taking snaps, it's definitely going to be the Broncos winning this one, 27-23.
Next, we have another great matchup from the NFC South: Panthers at Saints.
I'm gonna have to take the Carolina Panthers here. Thought about this long and hard, but after last week, the Panthers defense is nothing to mess with, and Drew Brees showed some signs of lacking when it comes to linebacking play on the other team. I'm gonna take the Panthers in this huge upset where they will take I think they will actually tie for the division lead here, 21-20.
Hallelujah. We actually disagree. I'm going to go Saints again here. I think they lost a close game to a great team that was the Rams, and I think they're going to get it done against the Panthers offense that seems to stall out at times. I think the Saints are going to win this one, and watch for Alvin Kamara to have a big game receiving mostly. Saints win 27-21.
I'm going to have to agree with Ben here. I think that high-scoring game here, but I think the Saints won't be able to handle Christian McCaffrey and the offense of the Panthers. So I'm going to go Panthers 35-31.
Much.
Moving forward, we have an AFC matchup: Chiefs at Jets.
The Chiefs versus the Jet Skis. Oh man, both teams are playing like crap, but the lesser crap team, the Chiefs, are going to take this one. They need to get back on track. The Chargers are catching up to them. The only legitimate threat in that division to them. They can't let them get a hair closer. So I got them going up to New York and taking care of business. Look for Kareem Hunt to get back on track. Chiefs 24, Jets 16.
Look, the Jets battled the Panthers really tough last week, and I know they didn't quite pull a win out of it, but I think they're going to actually trip up the Chiefs that can't seem to find their butt with both hands. So I think the Jets are going to win this one in what turns out to be an ugly game, 18-12.
Well, I think the Chiefs have seen this before. 2015, actually, they started 1-5 and went on to win 11 straight, I believe it was. So I think this could be the spark that they need. I'm going to go Chiefs 20, Jets 13.
Moving forward, we have a brawl in the AFC South: the Texans versus Titans.
Brawl, huh? Well, the Titans have shown that they can, hang with the best and beat the mediocre / worst. So I will take them in this game at home. It's a huge one, division game, but Mariota has been finding Delaney Walker, and that needs to happen a little more often for them to get more success. But nonetheless, the Titans will win this game comfortably, 26-10.
As a Titans fan, this pains me, but I'm going to take the Texans here. The Titan offense has been misfiring over several weeks, and most of their wins come against subpar opponents. I think the Texans' defense is going to embarrass them once more here in Nashville, and I think the Texans win this one 31-18, with the Titans coming off a slow start and never being able to make up.
Damn.
I'm going to have to totally disagree. I don't think the Texans have a shot here, being without, Watson, Foreman, Watt.
Well, I hope you're right.
I think there's a few other people. So Tennessee, I've got winning this one 23-14.
Moving forward to our 4:00 game, we have everybody's favorite team, the Cleveland Browns versus the Chargers.
Well, they ain't going to get that win here because it's coming next week against the Bears in my upset, but that's for next week. We'll focus on this one here. I got the Chargers blowing them out. Look for the Chargers in your fantasy leagues. I just picked them up in one of mine. They're still on the bench. They're going to have a great matchup here. They are, shooting for the playoffs, and they won't take this Browns team lightly. So they will win by a margin of 36-16.
I think the Chargers smell blood in the water in their division with the Chiefs floundering right now. Look for this game to be an axe murdering, and I think they beat the Cleveland Browns 42-10.
Well, I don't think it's going to be by that much, but I do agree with you. Chargers are going to come out here. I think Phillips Rivers coming off perhaps his best game of his career, I think. 434 yards, something like that. I don't know how many touchdowns he had, but they're going to take this one. Chargers 27-14.
Staying out west, we have the Rams at the Cardinals.
Rams here, plain and simple. They're going to go in, take care of business, stay atop that AFC West, and be ready for the playoffs because I believe if they win the next game, they all have but wrapped up that division if Seattle loses this week. So I will take the Rams here, 31 to the Cardinals, 12.
Despite putting in a good game and beating the Jags with a late field goal, I think that the Rams are going to be too much for the Cardinals this week. I think they're going to lose somewhat comfortably, 34-24.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think the Rams, but I think it's going to be really close. Rams literally took apart the Cardinals last time in Week 7 this year. I think they're going to win again. I think it's going to be really close this time, 21-20.
Moving on to a couple disappointing teams this year, we have Giants at Raiders.
No Crabtree for the Raiders. He's suspended. No Eli Manning for the Giants because he's benched. And quite frankly, that's why I feel they're going to lose this game. If I knew for a fact that he was going to come in the fourth quarter with a chance to win the game, I'd pick the Giants, but I don't see that happening. Ben McAdoo is a Big Mac piece of crap. He really doesn't know coaching out of his butt, and I don't know how he still has a job in the NFL. I'll take the Raiders here, 27-12.
Look, if Eli Manning was going to play this game, I'd be tempted to take the Giants. I think they benched him because their team has been looking better over the past couple of weeks, and they were afraid of winning too many games and ruining their draft pick. So I'm going to take the Raiders here. I think the Giants are in full-on tank mode. I think McAdoo and their organization is doing everything they can to lose the rest of these games. I think Oakland wins 24-10.
Yeah, I agree. I think Giants, well, first of all, for the first time in 210 games without Eli Manning because he's benched for sucking. So I think the Raiders are going to take this one 20-6.
Moving forward to Sunday night, we have a great matchup with Eagles at Seahawks.
Boy, a great Sunday night game worth watching. Last week's was good, don't get me wrong, but going into it, I was like, meh. But this one has high expectations, high stakes on the line for the Seahawks here. They can't fall back too behind. I'm taking the Eagles here against that depleted Seahawks defense, 34-15.
I went back and forth on this one. I think the Eagles are a great team, but just playing in Seattle without really being with inconsistencies in their running game, I think they're going to wind up losing this one close, 28-27. I think the Seahawks offense might come alive. They've been looking better here lately, and I'm predicting the upset here. I think the Seahawks are going to win at home.
Yeah, I think Seahawks as well. This was a tough one for me. Seahawks are my defense in fantasy, so I'm obviously going to pull for them. But also, if you would have one weakness for the Eagles, it'd be the scrambling quarterback, and Scramble is Russell Wilson's middle name. So I think Seahawks are going to take this one 24-17.
All right, in our final game of the night, we have a Monday night matchup, Steelers at Bengals.
I'll take the Steelers here. I think we're going to get sick of watching Antonio Brown twerk in the end zone, but hey, it's all good for me because I got him in fantasy. So keep catching them touchdowns, boy. But I got the Steelers winning this one 38-14. to 14. It's going to get ugly, folks.
Despite the Bengals playing a little bit better against the Browns than I thought they would, I still don't think they have the firepower needed to beat the Steelers. Look for this one to be over pretty early. I think the Steelers win 35-20.
I was on the fence about this one, actually. Steelers. I'm going to go with the Steelers, but I think the Bengals are going to put up a fight. But I think the Killer Bees are going to be too much for the Bengals. I think the Bengals defense is 22nd ranked. So I think the offense is just going to be a little bit too much, but I think it's going to be close, 23-20.
All right, that about sums us up for this week's Week 13's Pick-Ums. Once again, we'd like to thank Mr. Painter22 for stopping by, buddy. Thanks a lot for being on the show, and we hope to see you in the playoffs probably.
Of course. Shalom. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our tech unboxings, game reviews, NFL Pick-Ums, and more.
And let us know down in the comments who of us you think won this week and what teams in the NFL you have winning this week.
For FireTeam Base, peace out, swag.
Thank you, guys.